Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentle jammers, to the Chupacabra's lair. I'm your host and exosuited Chupacabra pal Larry, and we're back here today to check out some new game action. It's about to come out on the PS4, called The Surge. It's a game about trying to save the environment in the not-too-distant future after mankind has destroyed it. Or at least that's the marketing catchphrase, at any rate. Basically, people are in exosuits and something's going wrong with the whole process. So we're gonna find out about that today. I mean, I already know a fair bit of it, because I already started a game, but we're gonna try a new save and see if I can do any better than I was doing before.
The ancient Greeks once said, "A society grows great when old men plant trees whose shade they know they shall never sit in." We tend to forget about this, tend to be careless, but we have to rise to the task together. It's up to all of us to sow those seeds, and it's up to us to nurture them towards growth. Creo is not just another company. With Project Resolve, we are building the path to the future. Follow us into a new era, a utopia for all mankind. With every launch, we're healing our planet, restoring its natural shield. A return to the green world we remember, where our children can once more play in the sun. Resolve is not only revitalizing the Earth, but its people too. We've all dreamed of it, and now Creo is making it a reality. Together, we're strong. Together, we can make a change. Unleash your potential with us.
Alright, so that's the political ad campaign that starts us off in this game. Basically, a mega corporation is trying to save the world with potentially unethical technology wrapped up in a lot of really good PR stuff. Also, they're launching stuff into space. I'm not really sure what that is yet. So here we are at one of the launching bases, one of their launching headquarters, and we're gonna join them.
Welcome. I know you're glad to be here. I am, and I'm glad to see ya. Creo, you know who we are, or at least you think you do. Everywhere you turn, we're there, whether you see us or not. Maybe it's time to take a closer look. Creo is one of the world's largest manufacturers of consumer and industrial products, but we're so much more. And that's why you're here. At Creo, we're always reaching for the stars. See, we've always had our eyes on the big picture. From work in the third world, valuable minds in their city education initiative, and of course...
Alright, so essentially this is just the train that explains some of the look-around controls for us, and if we want to invert our camera, we can. I hate inverting my camera because there's essentially no point in doing that. But basically, this is the elevator pitch. This is orientation, where they convince us that we're part of this great big corporate family. Which always entertained me in the working world, where companies try to convince you to give them all of your loyalty. When the second you become inconvenient in any way, shape, or form to employ, they huck you out the window like a dead dog. Very convenient. So here's the reason why we have joined Creo, is because our legs don't work very well. And by not very well, I mean they don't work at all. We are Crippletron. But we want to be like these guys with their fancy robot legs. I'm gonna go inside of here. Oh, I can't. I wanted to kill myself on the tracks. But yeah, so we can become one of these guys, hopefully. These are their robot worker people. It's kind of like one of those sci-fi things where sometimes the suit can take over, though. So don't trust them. They're full of shenanigans.
Welcome to Creo.
So actually, can I ask these guys something? I have the option to talk to them. I didn't try this before.
I'm new around here, so where should I go?
They're waiting for you in job registration.
Sure.
What? Alright, so I already know I'm supposed to register here. Have you considered telling me what direction, Mr. Fancy Strongman? I always hated instructions like that were like, you need to activate this thing. That's really cool, tutorial on YouTube. So where is that thing, or do I have to Google for 15 more tutorials because your complete tutorial is anything but? I actually kind of get like a Half-Life vibe from playing this game. I went back and replayed some of Half-Life 2, and this is kind of feels like this very similar to getting off of the train.
All passengers, please proceed to job registration immediately. This station will be shut down shortly.
Welcome to registration.
So yeah, this is all just like the elevator pitch, where they convince you that this is where you want to be. It's very, very corporate. It's almost like everything here is propaganda, and then the moment you get through the door and sign the paperwork, like, everything goes to shit. You get third-rate equipment, and then they try to put neurodes in your brain. So I got a couple of options here. I can either be the giant brute rhino, which hits things real good, or I can be the fast and slightly more mobile Lynx model. I tried the rhino model, and I kind of like the rhino model, so we're gonna play that today. Can I sneak back here? Come on, I want to sneak back. Dang it, wheelchair, this is why we can't be friends.
If you believe you can move mountains, Creo has the job for you. Because as a heavy operator, you can literally do that. Pure power, relentless performance. Nothing can hold you back. Are you ready? Then join us as a heavy operator and save tomorrow today.
So yeah, here's our equipment we get in this suit. It's basically just a giant armored beast. I don't remember what this other one does. Does this other one do like technical stuff? It might. I've been kind of fiddling with this game a little bit while waiting for the embargo.
If you like living life
So yeah.
in the fast lane, Creo provides you with the highway to success as a field technician. Light, versatile, state-of-the-art. Gear up and save tomorrow today.
Unfortunately, these descriptions are not very descriptive. So I would expect these things to tell me, like, this thing lets you hack other robots, or, like, even if it's a wall, like, if it ruins the immersion and a pop-up comes up, I feel like that's a little bit more believable. So I'm gonna go with this guy because it's straightforward and I don't have to worry about it. I'll worry about
to the limits and beyond.
I'll worry about all of the technical details once we're a little bit further in. And also after this game's like fully out and I've kind of milked it for all of its initial value that it's worth. So now we're gonna get the surgery.
Program running. Program complete. Patient sedated.
Uh-oh, patient is not sedated, lady. No, it's the bad touch. So yeah, basically something's gone wrong and the automated machine did not sedate me. And now it's installing stuff directly over top of my clothing. Which doesn't seem very healthy. Considering that, you know, that's gonna chafe after a while if I can't take this thing off, and it looks like I'm not gonna be allowed to. Because this is literally installed on top of my body. So yeah, things started real well, I feel. Oh, I hate this. I hate his like frickin' his reaction. Because I've had head surgery before, and it is not fun. In the slightest. Like, you don't feel some of that, but your head feels all fucked up afterwards. Just all jerked up. So yeah, that's the start of the surge. Something went wrong, and now we've been thrown on the shit pile. They literally, like I was saying earlier, they hucked us out the window like a dead dog. And now there's a robot stripping our corpse for parts, because that's a healthy thing to do. And even worse, as you're about to see, we're not the only one here. There's a lot of people that are dead here. This is a common problem, and I have no idea why. But hopefully we'll figure that out. If not this episode, in 1 or 2 from now. So let's grab an old hydraulic arm and let's beat the shit out of a robot. Alright. So the way that this works is our suit is basically giving us all of our powers. We lock on and stuff like it was a Dark Souls game. We slap things with a couple different maneuvers, and then we can block, but we can't move while we block. So there's that. The other thing is we can heal, kind of like we have a built-in Estus flask with some like built-in little, call them hypo sprays or something, and they allow us to do the stuff with the things real good. And then of course we can dodge by using X. It works all right. It just seems like a really derpy, kind of farty maneuver. And it doesn't seem like the most gratifying thing to use, but it does okay in a pinch. Like, I feel like maybe the lighter unit for this game, the lighter model, might actually be a little more maneuverable, but for the moment right now, not this particular unit. But we'll be able to upgrade our stuff pretty soon, so I'm not too worried. And obviously you saw that I was picking up scrap, so the way that this game works is everything is based off of robot parts from other machines that we can use to upgrade our exosuit. Or our rig. Whatever you really want to call it. And then if you find like specialty parts, you can then use them to craft like epic, rare, whatever items that let you beat the things to death real good. Because I'm sure you noticed before that those other like robot dudes had like helmets and body armor and everything, but we do not. So I'm working on getting me some of that. But for right now, we're just kind of farming around, killing things. The usual. We're playing Rock'em Sock'em Robots with some faces. So basically, oh, we got a new implant, medical audit. I think that improves how much we heal for, but it's hard to say. And there was nothing in this box. So if we were so inclined, we could, in this box here, equip other stuff, like we get different specialty perks from these different implants, like this one we just got was medical audit. Displays enemy health gauges. So this basically just lets us see health bars. Which is kind of nice. I mean, you can generally get a pretty good sense after you've slapped something a couple of times, like how much health it has, but sometimes not so much. Oh, hello, robot. Would you like to come down here and play with me? I sure would like to play with you. So I will be honest, I wandered into the middle of this little area when I first started playing this game, and it tore me up inside. It was not fun. There's like 3 or 4 robots in here, and they are all just the finest pile of the dicks. But I just want to grab that as I go, because fuck it. Why not grab all the goodies before you move on to the next leg of the adventure? But yeah, there's a bunch of different things. There's other dudes in this game you gotta kill that are actually in physical exosuits. And then there's a bunch of annoying drones, and I'm not always the biggest fan of all of them. Because some of them beat your ass really badly for seemingly no reason out of the blue. So let's see, can I talk to this yet? No. We gotta turn on the med bay. So the med bay is going to tell us that there's something wrong with our system, and our suit's battery is all jacked up from like a faulty installation that got us sent here to the scrapyard. Which is honestly probably not the best.
Are you receiving? Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, this is Larry. I would like a BLT and a milkshake and some fries with that. Make it a large fries. Not the rest of it large, just the fries. I want to die of sodium and high blood pressure before I'm 30.
Your rig has been damaged. Its distress beacon has been triggered. You need to get back into the factory.
Alright, well, that's fun. So how did my rig get damaged?
The rig seems to work for me. Honestly, it's the least of my problems. I mean, I can walk. Huh. Never thought I'd be able to say that again.
Well, that's good to hear, but the power core is damaged. You'll have to find a new one to make your rig fully functional.
So, I don't know who this lady is. She kind of has some of the answers we need, but not a lot of them.
I don't know you. I'm surrounded by dead people here. Maybe someone would like to explain what's going on.
I'm sorry, I don't know. You need to get inside. Maybe you can make something.
So I like how this lady knows how to talk to people that have been thrown in the gutter, but for some reason doesn't understand what's going on. Like, something about this doesn't add up to me.
Well, okay. I'll just stroll right on over to the factory then.
I certainly don't recommend walking, but there should be a maglev station nearby. They're never far from ops.
Yeah, alright. Well, we're gonna go beat up some robots and steal their parts.
And don't forget.
You know, like a good boy. Also, there's that thing. This giant, terrifying beetle dude.
Hello.
Hi, how are you? So, that just happened. I don't know what that is, but it just shows up and then it just leaves. That's basically it. So, yeah. So here's those other people that are like dead people in exosuits. So it's really just the suit doing the work for them. And the aiming system in this is pretty interesting. You can aim at just them in general, or you can aim for a specific part of their body, like the head, their arm, or you can cut their legs off, depending on where the weak point is on their body. So in this case, these cadavers don't have any armored helmets on, so I'm gonna beat the shit out of their heads. There we are. And he's dead. Perfect. Let's see here. Attack unarmored body parts to do more damage to your enemies. Yep. That is exactly what I was just explaining to them, computer. I'm so glad you're on board with the plan. So, what are the things that we can unlock if we actually get enough of these guys killed to find a power core?
You need to upgrade your power core or replace it, otherwise you ain't getting through that door. If you keep trying to overload it without the proper power capacity, security is gonna end up all over your ass. We've come too far to get caught now. Those implants are worth thousands. This is our golden ticket out of here, man. Don't screw it up.
Oh, some people were breaking in here to get, like, some parts to steal and to sell on the black market, I see. So here's another, like, heavy-duty dude. And he's nasty because that electric poker can essentially two-shot me if I'm not careful. It's kind of rude, honestly. But yeah, one of the things I can unlock once I get this power core, which I just got, is I can actually do, like, finisher moves that allow me to, once a guy is low enough, execute him without having to worry about him fighting back after a certain point. And we also got a new vitality booster that'll give me, hopefully, some more health once we get back to the health bay. So let's do the thing. Alright, we got our juice back. And now we can actually bank up all of our scrap and upgrade our power core so that it holds more power. And this is going to be important mainly because each one of these things that I slot onto my person for implants takes a certain amount of power. So you can't overload the system with more power than it has or else stuff won't work. So we're going to install this, I think. Oh, I think it needs more power than we have available. That would... Oh, wait, no, that's what I've already got installed. So I've got those two.
Connection to database restored. Checking database. Gear voucher detected.
Oh, that's right. I get a free piece of gear.
Redeemed.
What did I get? I want it. I unlocked a funky monkey arm and a leg. Unfortunately, I don't have any of the necessary special gear or special, like, building materials to build any of that yet. Those, I guess, happen when you kill mobs later. Okay, now it'll let me equip the vitality booster. And basically all of these are more or less installed. Yeah, so we're good. We are maxed out on our Murdertronics.
Be careful out there.
So yeah, we can install things like, we can install helmets, we can install pants. Like, just armoring up our person in general, which seems to be a very good idea. Now, one of the things I am excited to get in this game is I do want to get a hold of a proper weapon, because I'm just using a frickin' hydraulic arm that has a jagged piece of sheet metal on it. And that's not a proper weapon. That's a hobo's hit stick. As much as I like the hobos, because they seem to know what's up, it does not necessarily always work for me. So we're gonna just slaughter everybody, and then break in here. So the way that this works, essentially, is that if we overload, like, the locks on different doors, we can blow them up and get them to just open. So that's the idea here. We can just overcharge this puppy dog, and spoople. Power circuitry has been bypassed. Now, I am looking for the piece of tutorial information on the wall that explains to me how I use, like, the special energy damage in this game. I have, like, a blue bar of energy that builds up as I bash things in combat, and I am not 100% sure how that is supposed to work. I guess I just used it somehow inadvertently. Maybe it just powers up a combo attack so that it hurts more. That's entirely possible. So I guess we'll find out as we go. So the trouble with this game that I've found immediately is that despite being a bunch of dead cadavers, these dudes will see you from across the flippin' room. And that is obnoxious as hell. Because, like, you'll be fighting some dude, and then just suddenly, out of the corner of your eye, just comes, like, 2 more dudes to be dicks to you. And that's really obnoxious. Especially considering there's, like, 7 or 8 dudes in a not supremely large space. So take that how you will. It's not a bad game, but it's a little rough around the edges when you get started. Like, some of this stuff is not very intuitive, which I could say somewhat about other games in this genre, like the game Neo, which was more about fantasy than it was about this other stuff. Okay. I don't want to... Okay, I've pissed off both of these guys. I'm gonna see if I can't avoid getting killed, because that would just suck. Oh, nope, not today, Skippy. I've fought you two enough times to know better. Yep, alright, hydraulic arm boy. Sometimes they have, like, really good reactionary abilities, and I had no idea what controls it. Because sometimes they just get activated, and then they just start to, like, counterattack the shit out of you. What just happened? I think I just bugged out his AI or something, so that when I did the finisher, just some random animations that were completely unrelated just happened. So, yay. Ow, motherfucker. You know what? Fuck you. I'm just not gonna bother with you. You can just eat shit. Remember to cut enemy body parts to get new equipment and crafting materials. What? Is that how you do that? Oh, so I have to, like, sever their arms. I didn't see this before when I was playing and testing this out. That is incredibly useful. Oh, there's another dude back here. Alright. Well, let's cut your arm off. Come on, Skippy. I want your limbs. Give them to me. Alright, what did I get? Did I get bacon? Maybe? I am not certain. So here's another thing. The elevators in this game are like little hand holders. Whatever that means to you. And now I've activated something. What it is, I don't know. Press L3 while sprinting to perform a jump. Okay. Was I supposed to hop up here? Probably. That's really janky. I don't know why you wouldn't just let me press and hold X to just jump straight up. Like, that just... To me, that just seems a little bit convoluted when you could simplify this and just make the detection of what I'm attempting to do more intelligent. Like, context-based. A lot of games do context-based stuff, and I have no idea why you couldn't just do that here. But whatever. So looks like we got a storage room. I can't really read this. Something doesn't stop resolve. Resolve is not the answer. Okay. More dead people. Clearly something...
Robert Weave again. This time about the exoskeleton program. He's refused to have the implant surgery. And we've explained it's hardly invasive, even offered to double his bonus. But no, thinks management will use it to control the workforce. And he even brought up his union nonsense again. If he poisons the others, it could put us months behind schedule. It's amazing. He doesn't see it as making his job easier. I recommend termination. Yeah, we put up with too much of his trash talking.
Huh. Looks like I'm not the only one who calls shenanigans. Core power too low, you say? What are you talking about? Do I just need to, like, level up more? I literally have all of my core juice. Or at least I think I do. I don't know. This game is a little fiddly sometimes with it doesn't explain well everything that you're trying to accomplish. Let's just put it that way. Alright, well that didn't work. I can't hop up there, so probably no goodies, but I'm not sure. So, here's the first wraparound that we can unlock. And this will hopefully allow us to go back if we need to upgrade our core.
They just fired Dr. Chavez. After the years of hard work and dedication she's put into this company. I suppose that's what you get when you stand up for your convictions. The worrying thing is, she's right. I've seen the data. We've got to keep working, now more than ever. Lesser people would give up, but she's not one of them.
Alright, well, apparently you don't stagger them when you try to slice their arm off. So essentially what I want to do right now is I want to cut his arm off so that I can get a new weapon. Because the only way I can get a new weapon right now is if I craft one. There we go, that's what I wanted. So you gotta do like a finisher on him. And now I can make his arm. Heck yes! At least part of his arm. That's what I wanted, the Spectre Bite. Okay, so how do I want to handle this? There's two guys over here. That's the next area that I want to go to. Let's kill this guy, because I feel like he will aggro one way or the... Oh, never mind. It'll be this kid first. Alright, now let's execute you by cutting your arm off. And did you give me any goodies? You kind of did. You gave me some special scrap, it looks like. Initiating a finishing sequence does not guarantee that the cut will be successful. Be sure to concentrate your attacks on that body part. So, basically it's telling me just beat the shit out of that specific part of their body if you want it, essentially. Ow, ow, ow. Okay. I'm getting a little cocky with this. When I don't need to be. When I was playing this before, like, they just didn't react. They didn't do some of these specialty moves. They just kind of hung out and didn't explode. You know what? Maybe I'll attack his legs this time. Alright, now let's see if I can bait him back. The trouble I have is that, like, again, these guys oddly will see you through, like, walls and barriers and stuff, but then sometimes they'll just ignore you completely, and I've never been able to fully figure out why. So now I've unlocked a new leg schematic. That might be interesting. And there appears to be a jumping puzzle up here that I did not see before. Interesting. Okay, here's a guy. What do I want from you? I want your other arm. Give me your other limb, sir. Come on over. Come visit me. It's cool. We're friends. We're friends, I promise. I promise I don't just want to cut your arm off. Because you're a butthole. Alright. I gotta be careful because I have a tendency to, of while I'm recording stuff like this, not paying attention to the level of my stamina. And that does not always end well for me. And I'm now low on health and I don't want to die or else I'll have to come back through all these buttholes. So let's see about that next door. Yeah, it's definitely through here. If I want to go... yeah, here it is. Oh, that's not the one. I want to kill this guy. Yeah, I do. But I kind of cocked up those other two battles, so... oh, shit, yeah, that's what I was afraid of. But on the plus side, I have that wraparound now, so this shouldn't be a huge deal. So I'm actually going to leave it there at that death, and we'll pick back up on this next time where I fight a giant Rock'em Sock'em Tonka truck. And I'll catch you next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe, everybody. I hope you've been enjoying this so far. And have a good one, everybody, and toodles fruitles.